States, because a lot of companies are now looking for technical workers, engineers, and all that. So in fact, we don't have enough. If you know of anybody who's looking for a job, Sarawak is the place to go. In fact, now they are short 14,000 to 15,000 workers in some of these industries. Under the Score Development Plan, we have identified 10 priority industry. These are aluminium, glass, oil-based industries, steel industry, palm oil industry, fishing, aquaculture, livestock industry, paper-based industry, marine engineering, and of course tourism. These 10 priority industries has been promoted and developed very extensively through obviously greater private sector participation. The development of this 10 priority industry and the associated downstream value-added activities have helped to driven the growth of the industrialization in Sarawak. As I mentioned earlier, we focus on 5 major growth nodes. I just go through one by one quite quickly. Semenanjung, with an area of more than 8,000 hectares, is being developed as the new center for heavy and energy-intensive industry. The Bakun Power, that's the big hydropower station that we will build, and the incoming power from Burung hydropower and the Belinia coal power station are the first batch of hydropower station that is going to bring in the industry to Semenanjung. Investment in Semenanjung had kick-started from the power purchase agreement by some of these big companies. They are Sarawak Press Metal Berhad, Asian Mineral Limited, Tokuyama, and OM Holding. With the high capital investment in aluminium smelting, ferroalloy, and polysilicon, this company has started to trigger a whole range of development in scope, especially in human capital, construction, logistics, and service sector. These have shown there's a lot of activity now in Sarawak. The construction work are currently being carried out very extensively on the ground. In fact, you go to Sarawak, you'll be surprised that there's so many kind of development activities going on the ground. This investment are expected to trigger both the cluster and the downstream of aluminium, steel-based, and other related industry. In fact, we're only focusing on upstream. We have not focused on downstream or the support services. Because of 30, 40, 50,000 workers are going to be going to work in that area, and these people are mostly immediate income employees. They will have high spending power in terms of the service sector service that they require. Tanjung Manis is developed as a halal hub, focusing on upstream, downstream of halal food and manufacturing industry. Here we have 77,000 hectares of land available. Obviously, there's a tremendous potential opportunity to capture the increasing demand for the halal product globally. Muka is our smart city, and here is where the administrative center also focusing on human capital development and infrastructure and research and development. This is an area that will support all the industry in Muka. For investor investing in the corridor, it means actually gaining access to very competitive price in energy and water and land. So these are the main 3 areas that Sarawak will provide. Investor in strategic industry also obviously receive attractive financial incentive, establish their operation and so on. As we speak now, even now we have a long list of other investment projects that are lining up to come to Sarawak, and quite a few of them are this kind of like final phase of negotiation, and they're waiting to start their project. In fact, so they go through EIA, they go through power negotiation, they go through their land negotiation and all that. At the same time, Semenanjung is seen as the development of necessary infrastructure is now in full swing, especially the port, the utilities, the social facilities, including the township itself. We are building a township just for that area. Both industries and infrastructure projects created huge economic opportunity for the SME and SMI. on is that I will share with you the feedback that we have received from so many investors that wanted to come to Sarawak, why they've chosen Sarawak. One of the few areas is the political stability. To these companies, they're investing billions, so political stability is very important to them. Of course, the other one is the rich natural resources. We have abundance of energy and water, and good infrastructure, and a young population that are kind of English speaking and they're trainable, and the good quality of life, of course, and the efficient business-friendly government. Plus, the last one they told us is the strategic location of Sarawak, because it's easy access to the China market and the Indian market. So with that, I'd like to conclude my presentation by saying thank you very much to the EU and NCIA for inviting me, and I hope the information I've provided is a very high level of overview that is informative to everyone here. Thank you very much.
I see tired faces, so I suppose it makes matters worse because I was not allowed to present PowerPoint or video, so that makes the task a little bit difficult. But what I like to share with you here is for Sabah Development Corridor, there is nothing like seeing is believing. First of all, I have to emphasize that Sabah is a tourism paradise, and we like the position that for you to discover investment opportunities, we invite you to come to Sabah. Come to Sabah as a tourist, maybe, but then you will discover tremendous business opportunities. And I like to mention that recently we have this exercise initiated by Command, known as Propel and Regional Cities Initiative, and we are mobilizing in excess of 100 billion or so investment in Sabah. So that is one of opportunities. And I'd like to mention here, again, you will soon agree with me if you come over to Sabah, that Sabah indeed is a place for business. It's a place for business, culture, and nature. So, well, I was asked to talk about tourism and agro-based sector in this session, and I'd like to mention that perhaps there are very few places in the world that can rival or can be like Sabah. It's one of the states in Borneo, and I believe most of you are aware that Borneo is the third largest island in the world. And but more than that, we have the oldest rainforest in the world. In fact, it has not been touched by Ice Age. And we have one of the richest, in fact, we have the richest variety of fish, marine life, coral life in the world within the Coral Triangle. And Sabah is part of it. And we have wildlife, rare wildlife, not just one. We have Sumatran rhinoceros, we have proboscis monkeys, we have pygmy elephant. These are all rare animals. And we have wild buffaloes. Well, I mean, I can keep on talking about it, there is no time. But otherwise, I had the opportunity of presenting to you the picture. This picture will speak 1,000 words. So this is where I like to mention here that as far as Sabah is concerned, we are inviting you, not just as investor, we are inviting all of you as people who might want to stay in Sabah, even to stay in Sabah and be part of the program what is known as Malaysia under my second home. In fact, we have a lot of holiday. The people who have holiday homes from UK, from Japan, even from the Middle East, from India, China. So we are a very open place. I mean, we are very welcoming. We are multicultural, and we have we pride ourselves maybe as island people. We like visitors, and that is why I think if you come over to my state, to Sabah, we can always find places that you might not be able to see anywhere else in the world. So this is something that we like to share. We have people, multicultural, welcoming, and we have the nature, islands, wildlife, biodiversity resources. So these are the areas, these are the assets which we like to leverage on. I can speak about the various initiatives that we have, but ultimately we wouldn't have enough time to show. I can't let you visualize how Sabah is, where things are located. I'll just mention that there are all sorts of things taking shape. In fact, in the leaflets that have been printed out, we mentioned about the potential investment opportunities in Sabah as meeting, incentives, convention, exhibitions. There are many people, many organizations internationally who have had their meetings, convention in Kota Kinabalu. We are promoting holiday homes, and we are also having quite an active group investing in high-end signature resorts and holiday homes. And we are promoting new tourism and lifestyle products such as wellness, creative industry, marine sports, and the like. And as far as agriculture is concerned, this is another area that have been singled out for us to mention, for SDC to mention. We have the biggest area in terms of oil palm acreage in Malaysia. 30% of oil palm areas in terms of acreage and contributions in terms of export receipts come from Sabah. So there is tremendous opportunities in the biomass sector, and also, as I mentioned earlier, we have this rainforest, and this provides a great opportunity for the development of the biotech sectors, environmental related industries, green technology. We are promoting green technology. So one thing that I like to mention is we are not obviously like Iskandar or like NCIA or ECER, where they have a very active, very vibrant manufacturing base. We are not exactly a manufacturing state, but in terms of tourism, agriculture, these are areas which we thought that there is a tremendous value propositions for investors to have a serious look. As I mentioned earlier, that in terms of agriculture, we have apart from oil palm, we have the resources from the rainforest, which we can leverage for the development of new products, biotech, and the like. But we also are promoting the marine sector with the fishery sectors, and we have long coastlines, and these are areas, these are green areas. Not many activities has taken place, but there are a lot of proposals in the development of the marine sector. Recently, an American company, the Dato, is keen to come in and invest quite a substantial amount of 2 billion ringgit in the development of the lobster sector, lobster products. And I think there are other initiatives relating to the development of seaweed. These are marine resources. And we are keen also to look into the opportunities in new products such as there is, we call it langas, this is horse crab, something like that. So this is a new field, but something like the researchers seem to be very, very keen to come to Sabah because they found out that this crustacean is very large in Sabah, and what they are doing is they are harvesting the blood from this crustacean for testing poison and other things, and there is a good demand for it, and we are looking at potential investors in that area. So we have marine resources, we have oil palm, we have agriculture, and we have temperate climates, although we are in tropical areas, but we have temperate plan because of